Hello, my dears. It's LaShanda Henry here, aka Sister Sense with the Little Prettyman. I am here to jump on and do an accountability fire and focus session with my fellow entrepreneurial women out there looking to be more productive and really get clear about what you should be doing, especially this time of the year. So we're going to do a get ready, get more done, productivity, and holiday sales prep session. So alrighty, y'all, I'm going to dive into this conversation for today. And this is actually inspired by my Fire Starter Circle accountability group. We're kicking off our first accountability call for this month. We do calls every month, tonight. And I wanted to kind of take you inside of the call and share some of the recommendations that I have. But before I say anything else, number one, if you feel like you've got a couple of entrepreneurial women in your circle who they need a little bit of help when it comes to simplifying their processes, being super overwhelmed, getting more productive, getting things done in their online business, definitely feel free to tag them in this. Also, share it because sharing is caring. And of course, if you're catching me on the replays side, remember to drop into the comment box, #replaysrock. So, let me tell you a secret before I even get started. I am doing a Fire Starter Circle Mastermind Fire Sale. So if you're not in the mastermind and you're curious, write this down. Fire Sale 18. Fire Sale 18. Because if you go to sistersense.com/fire sale 18, you'll get all the good details about how you can get inside of the mastermind if you're not already in there. All right. So let's dive into the conversation today so I can share with you some smart things you need to be asking yourself so that you can get clear about your productivity and simplifying the processes you are using in your online business. Okay. This is me checking in with you so that you can check in with you. All right. First thing, I know that as a highly driven woman, I've always got like 15 different things to do. Is that you? Do you have a lot of stuff on your plate right now? If you're watching live, you can tell me yes, or if you're watching the replays, do you have a lot of stuff on your plate right now? A part of this process of creating your empire, whatever kind of online empire you want to create, is adding on more things. But sometimes we get into a space where we want to add on so much stuff that we find ourselves overwhelmed in that space of production. So I want to talk to you about a couple of things that you can do with respect to having way too much stuff on your plate. We're going to talk about a few of these things tonight. I'm going to dive into a couple of recommendations right now. Okay? Now, for me, one of the first things that you need to consider is how much is on your plate, right? So just making note of, okay, I've got to do this, and this. And I know that looking at that list can be a little bit overwhelming, but let me explain to you why I want you to look at the list. There are a couple of ways to reduce the overwhelm. One of those solutions for me is templates. I love a good template. So let me give you an example of that. I'm sharing with you right now that fact that right now I'm doing my accountability pre-session with you right now. I'm checking in with you so I can help you get accountable. This is actually something that I'm going to be doing with the ladies in my circle tonight. We have monthly accountability calls. So I said, you know what? I want to make sure that if you're not in the circle, you can do so. You can join us as part of the Fire Starter Circle Mastermind. Hi, Monique. Welcome, my dear. And so if you go to sistersense.com/fire sale 18, you'll learn about how to get inside of the mastermind at the fire sale rate. Now, here's the deal. That page that I created for the fire sale, that page probably took me about 10 minutes to create. It took me about 5 minutes to do the audio that's on that page, and then it took me about 10 minutes to create the page. Why? Because I've got a template, okay? I've got a style of how I put my page together with a short paragraph of text. Underneath that text, I've got my audio. Underneath my audios, I've got usually anywhere between 3 to 5 buttons. And then if I want to include a video, I will do so on the side. But that is a rinse and repeat template. I copy it, I paste it, I put my 5-minute audio in there, I switch out the text, and within 10 minutes, it's done. I simplify the process by using templates. So when I said to you, the first thing that I want you to do is to acknowledge if you have a lot of stuff on your plate, number one. Number two, take a look at what's on your plate, because I want you to be able to see if there are a few items that you really should be creating templates for to make it easier for you to be more productive in your day-to-day processes. There are two types of tasks that I really, really want us to talk about. And we're going to talk about this more tonight inside of the accountability circle. But a big task is those things that you do on a regular basis. And if you find that the things you're doing on a regular basis are overwhelming, they're taking up so much of your time that you're like, oh, I don't want to do this, right? You're not going to do them, or you're not going to do them as well as you can. Right? So I'm going to share a couple of really personal productivity hacks. The first one that I'm talking about right now is the template hack, right? So pages is one thing. I'm sure that you know that there are other types of templates that you can have. So for example, if you're making an ebook or a journal, having a template for that. I have templates for just about everything. I'll give you another example. Yesterday was Wednesday, and on Wednesdays I do my clarity calls. During my calls, I tend to record them because we go through a lot of information, and I teach and teach and teach. And ladies are oftentimes like, wait, I'm writing a lot of notes. And I'm like, no, slow down. You don't have to write all the notes because I'm recording it. So after my calls, I always send out an email that's entitled, "Your replay is ready, ... The inside of that, they get the link to the replay, a recap of the session, and if I shared any resources or recommendations, a bullet list there. That's another template. That's a scripted template that I utilize consistently when I'm following up with my clients. So what I want you to be able to do, as I stretch over to get some tissues, what I want you to be able to do is to identify those areas in which you say, maybe I could use a couple of templates to make this process easier for me, make the process faster so I can get it done in a couple of minutes versus, oh my God, this took me an hour and I still have 15 other things to do. Hey, Tracy. Hello. Welcome to those of you participating live. Hello. And of course, if you're catching me on the replay side, remember to drop into the comment box, #replaysrock. So one sneeze, and then I'll come back to you. Excuse me. This is the time of year when I get super stuffy. Usually because my son goes to school and then he gets sick and then he comes home and gets me sick. So, and then my hubby goes, "It's all your fault. The whole family is sick." And I'm like, I didn't do it. He did it. But that's a whole other story. So, okay. The first part of this conversation today, like I said, this is inspired by my monthly accountability calls that I do with the ladies inside of my Firestarter Circle Mastermind. And we're going to do a live accountability call tonight. So I said, you know what? For those ladies who maybe you're not in the circle yet, I want you to get this opportunity to get a couple of questions that I want you to ask yourself so you can check in to be more productive and work on your holiday sales prep. Because listen, we are in holiday season and there's no reason why you shouldn't be not only productive, but profitable. So I want to talk about holiday sales prep in just a minute. Make sure that you stay tuned for that. And by the way, as I mentioned before, if you're not in the circle, I do have a Firestarter Circle fire sale at sistasense.com/fire sale 18 so that you can get inside of the mastermind for either 1 year or all the way up to 2 years. Hey, Nicole, welcome. Do you want to teach? Do you want to teach the class? Print, do you want to teach the class? Because you're like all Miss Barkey right now. Okay. So the first thing that I talk to you is about where can you integrate some templates into your business. That's number one. Okay. Hey, Nicole, good morning. The second thing that I want to talk to you about today is your focus. So my accountability call tonight is all about a couple of things. Your focus versus your feelings versus your foundation. I know that's a mouthful, but there's a lot that can cause you to be in a space where you're like, I don't know what I should be focused on, and I'm freaking out. Right? There's a lot that can cause you to have super strong feelings of overwhelm and panic and anxiety and, oh my God, I can't take one other thing. I'm going to just lose it, right? So I want to be in a space where I can kind of help you learn how to talk yourself off the ledge, because I'm not always going to be there to talk you off the ledge, but to help you talk yourself off the ledge so that you can really balance out those strong feelings and find the focus that you should be working on for right now, right? Tracy says, is the dog barking at you? And she's barking at me. She's barking because I'm talking. She's barking because she wants food. I don't know. She's always barking about something. As she proceeds to lick her, what are you licking? Are you licking your legs? What are you licking right now? I don't know. So, okay. There are 6 things that you should be focused on right now, okay? Well, let me say this. Not necessarily that you need to focus on all 6 of these, but more than likely one of the 6 is important to you. I'm going to share 2 of them right now, and we'll focus on all 6 of them tonight for those of you who will join us inside of the accountability session. And of course, just to make sure that you know, because some of you guys catch it on the replay side and go, oh my God, I missed it. There is an accountability call archive inside the mastermind. So literally when I'm doing the accountability calls, there's links to listen to the replays if you missed one of the previous ones, right? So 2 of the things that you might potentially want to focus on. Now, if you've got existing clients, raise your hand. Anybody got existing clients, people that you work with, you're in business right now and you've got customers? This is a big one. Okay, because I'm working with clients who they come to me and they say, okay, LaShanda, I need to figure out how to get more traffic to the website. I need to figure out how to do video marketing more. I need to figure out how to do this and this and this and this and this. And I'm like, and they're like, okay, but I'm so overwhelmed because people are telling me to do this and they're telling me to do this. And I know I need to do these things, but there's so many things on the list of things to do, right? Your focus versus your feelings versus your foundation. I get it. When you know that there are things you need to do, but you feel like everybody's telling you a whole lot of stuff, right? There's only but so much you really need to focus on. And for those of you who have existing customers, I see yes, yes, yes. The first thing you need to focus on is them. Okay, I get that there are marketing strategies and there are these cool sales pages and you just found somebody who told you about this really super cool web tool and this funnel system and oh my God, focus on your clients because with the, with everything that could potentially change with the economy and technology, what's never going to change as a business owner is satisfying your customers and getting them to come back and pay more money with you, right? So of all the things that you can do, I need you to identify who your customers are and how you can consistently communicate with them. As a matter of fact, I was working with a client on that yesterday because Wednesdays I do my clarity calls and we were talking about who her audience is and how she can consistently communicate with them plus create sales promotions that are really around urgency. Like how did you not only just get them to pay attention to what you're doing, but to convert now, right? So I want you to identify who your customers are, how often you're talking to them, and what conversations you should be having right now. Now, for me, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not just an education person. And when I say that, I mean this. I'm not just going to simply come on here and say, well, do this and this, and I'm going to teach you and teach you and teach you. I sell and I tell. I'm going to teach you about accountability, about profit, about processes, but at the same time, I'm going to tell you, listen, if this is something that you want to do, here's the mastermind, right? SisterSense.com/fire sale 18. If you're not in the mastermind, if you're not a part of my monthly profit projects, the webinars and the calls and the accountability sessions, then go and register, right? And that's something that you've got to do too. And I want some of you to identify, especially for those of you who are in a space like myself, where you're either trying to sell a service or if you're trying to sell your digital products, identify whether or not all you do is educate. And you hope that the education is going to eventually get them over to the website to check out what you've got and to buy, but you're not simultaneously selling and telling. You're not educating and at the same time promoting your offers, because you've got to do that in tandem. You've got to do it in tandem. You've got to do it together. A lot of times I work with clients and they go, okay, well, I'm doing some blogs and I'm doing some videos and I'm teaching. Okay, well, are you selling at the same time? No. And a lot of people miss that, right? You want to make sure you're doing it together. I don't have no time. Listen, trust me. I know what it's like, as you guys can hear my little honker note. Well, not so little because I got a big behind nose. You can hear my honker right now. I know what it's like when you feel like you don't have enough time to do things, which is why I want to talk about those productivity hacks tonight. The first one being identifying those areas where you could use some templates, okay? So for me, write this down, y'all. This is one of my favorites, okay? One of my favorite WordPress plugins, it's called Duplicate Post. And I absolutely love this bad boy, because I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you've got like the best freaking page, right? And you're like, if I could just make this page, switch the words around a little bit, but just use this page all the time, yes, that would be awesome, right? Duplicate Post is one of my favorite plugins for that, okay? Now, I shouldn't have told you that. That kind of good I try to save for the ladies in my accountability circle. But I love you, and I want to make sure that you got the things that you need to succeed. So you can look for that Duplicate Post, and I will share some other productivity hacks and template tools with you later on tonight for those of you who are going to be in the accountability call. Now, when it comes to your existing clients, again, I want you to really identify who these people are and what they need, right? One of the ladies in my circle, I recently did an interview, and she said, man, you've been doing this for a long time. You were talking about online business before it became the thing to do, before we had all these wannapreneurs. How do you stay relevant, right? How do you stay consistent? And I said to her, here's 3 secrets to the sauce that people aren't aware of when it comes to relevancy and not feeling like you're out of date as an online entrepreneur. I said, number 1, you've got to be in a space where you grow with your customers. Some people are going to come to you in the beginning phase, but then eventually they're not going to be beginners anymore. They're not going to be newbies anymore. So learning how to grow with your customers, important. Number 1. I said, number 2, you've got to learn to get to know your customers more. Who are they? By name, who are they? By face, who are they? By needs, right? You really got to know your customers, because in doing so, you always have something for them. So grow with them, get to know them. Hey, Mentor Shelly, how you doing, my dear? Welcome. So good to have you here. Get to know them. Do more for them. So literally grow with them as they're growing in their business and whatever it is that you're trying to do. I work with entrepreneurs in a business capacity, but whatever it is that you do with them, as they grow, you grow with them, right? You get to know them throughout that process. And at the end of the day, for me, it's all about keeping it simple. Only do those things that really are relevant and resonate with you right now. I don't try to do everything. If it's not going to be something that I can really integrate into what I'm doing right now, it's not an option. So when I talk to you about a couple of things that you should be focused on right now, for those of you who have customers, dig in, dig deep, right? What do they need? Grow with them and get to know them. Do what is relevant right now. That's number 1. I'm going to share a couple of different things you can potentially focus on tonight when we do our accountability call. Make sure that you guys write this down. Fire Sale 18, because if you're not in the mastermind, you want to make sure that you can get up inside the mastermind as part of our monthly accountability calls, the webinars, and all the good trainings that I want to share with you. Last month we did blogging. This month we're doing video marketing and holiday sales prep. The Fire Sale page is sistasense.com/Fire Sale 18. And on that page, there's information about how you can get access to the monthly mastermind, either for 1 year or for 2 years. So no subscriptions, no monthly this or that. You being able to get access for either 1 year or 2 years, so that whether the life throws you off course or not, you're consistently in a space of community, strategy, and intention. I'm all about strategy and intention. Hey, oh, no worries, Nicole. Listen, Nicole said, I hate that I missed the blogging. The deal is with me. I'm the repurposed queen. Oh my goodness, all my ladies are on. Great rising to you, Anissa, as well. I'm the repurposed queen. So when I do a session, I don't just say, oh God, if you were there, great. If you missed it, oh well. The replays are there. So every month inside of the mastermind, you get access to what we're doing live, plus the replays from last month. So if you're not in the mastermind and you want to get in as part of the fire sale, you're going to be able to participate in our video marketing and holiday sales prep live sessions this month, plus get access access to the blogging and the trainings that we did last month as well. So there's never an opportunity where you go, oh, I can't believe I missed it. You can always go back and access it. So I'm glad that you talked about that, or at very least mentioned it, because that's one of the big things. That's one of the signature Sister Sense good goods, being able to access what we do now, plus what you might have missed the month before. Now, the second of 6 potential focus areas that you might have that I'm going to talk to you guys about today is the holidays. Who's ready? Black Friday. Do you know when it is? I know that you know Turkey Day is coming, but you probably either you got your 9 to 5, you got your kids, you got everything else going on, and you're like, it's almost here, but, well, boo, it's 2 weeks away. Black Friday is literally 2 weeks away. So we want to be in a space where, as one of my clients yesterday, we were on the call and she said, LaShanda, I really need you to help me get ahead of the curve, right? So we were talking about those dates. You need to be aware of what's happening, when it's happening, and are you ready? Are you ready for that? Now, there are four potential things that you can do to get yourself in the right headspace around Black Friday, okay? Pre-potential prep is just knowing when it's coming and it's 2 weeks away, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, I want you to be in a space where you're like, okay, this is what I'm going to share. Are you guys ready to share something for Black Friday? Are you? Hopefully you are. Normally businesses take this as an opportunity to give people crazy sales, reduced rates, and great reduced rate options. You want to think about what you are going to promote for that period. Now, I know that some of you might go, oh my God, it's 2 weeks away, I'm not ready. There are a couple of things you can do to prepare, and we're going to talk about that more inside of the accountability call tonight. But before we get there, what I want us to do here is to identify the fact that it's 2 weeks away. And I want you to be able to identify if you have anything ready for Black Friday, okay? Now, if you don't have anything ready yet, there are things that you can do. And I'm going to share one of them with you now. My nose. Oh, my nose. I go, when my son comes and he goes, I'm like, stay away. Every time he comes in this house and he coughs, he just gives it to me. And that could just be, as my hubby says, my immune system telling me that I need some extra vitamin C. But whatever the case may be, if you have children and as they get sick, you get sick, you can identify with the feelings I'm having right now. Let me see here. Mentor Shelly said, I need to get some holiday package together. Anissa says, I just opened up my Reiki Wellness Clinic. Congrats. I will be offering Reiki Wellness packages. Okay, good. So getting in a space where you're thinking about those new things that you're going to be launching and the packages and promotions that you are going to offer as part of that, especially around Black Friday. That's good. That's a smart thing to do. Now, for those of you that say, okay, I know it's coming, but once again, I'm not ready for it. One of the things that you can consider is beyond you promoting offers that you've personally created, can you latch on to some offers that other people created that you could share with people in your circle that would be helpful to them? So, everybody's got some sort of Black Friday promotion, right? Are you an affiliate partner for a few other things that you can say, oh, you might like that? Let me give you an actual example, okay? So one of my favorite tools for my sales pages is Samcart. I love Samcart. SAMCART. By the way, if you want a free Samcart trial, shameless plug, sistersense.com/Samcart. SAMCART. So you can literally go on my YouTube page, and during the Black Friday holiday season, I had shared a ton of promotions that were my own, but I also shared brand promotions. Like Samcart did a crazy brand promotion. They did their Samcart basic plan for $10. I don't know if they're going to bring it back during this holiday season, but I shared that as well. So if you're in a space where you can either come up with over the next couple of weeks, 2 weeks to be exact, your Black Friday holiday sales promotions, great. But if you're not ready yet, and you are looking for some other things to promote because your stuff is just not where it needs to be yet. And you can be honest, anybody in a space where you're like, listen, I got some stuff, but it ain't ready. It ain't ready. Well, maybe you need to consider looking for a few things that other people have created that you could potentially promote. So, case in point, I recently hosted my Back to Business annual virtual conference. This was the 8th year. Yes! And we talked about some things that you can do to be strategic in your online business and collect with confidence over at backtobusiness.me. Now, listen, just like I talked about with Nicole just a while ago, I am the repurpose replay queen. So, if there are people who they missed Back to Business, but they can still get the replays. So literally, if you say, you know what, LaShanda, I'm a business-minded woman and I know a lot of business-minded women, then you can give them the link to the Back to Business replays page as an affiliate. Because when you're on the backtobusiness.me website, you can join the affiliate program. People are still getting the replays and people are still joining the affiliate program. Now, that's an example of one of the things I've created for ladies in my circle who are looking to tap into supplemental income. But that's not the only thing that you can do. I gave you also the example of me as a Samcart affiliate, because my sales pages I build on Samcart, me sharing when they've got holiday sales promotions. So you want to keep an eye out, right, for the different affiliate programs that you are connected to or should be connected to, that they cater to your audience, okay? Because you're not the only person who caters to those people. There may be other things that they need that can complement what you offer, all right? Tracy says, got a whole lot of stuff she ain't... Oh, but you always got me laughing. You are, I'm sure, more ready than you believe you are. I'm sure. I know you've always got a lot that you're working on. But with that being said, you want to be able to work smarter, not harder, as they say, and work strategically. So, Tracy, hopefully you're in a space where you can take some time over the next couple of weeks to pre-prepare for Black Friday. I'm certainly going to share some more smart accountability check-in questions and strategies with you guys tonight, but I wanted to be able to talk about two potential things that you should be focusing on right now, right? So the first thing that I said was you should be focusing on your existing customers. So of all the different marketing strategies, how are you going to communicate consistently with your existing customers? That's number one. And number two, I said to you, you should be focused on your holiday sales. First thing being Black Friday, and I shared a couple of Black Friday recommendations with you, right? Now pair them together, right? For your existing customers, what are you going to give them for Black Friday? Right? What do they need, right? What would they like from you for Black Friday? So that's something for you to think about. Okay. I'm also going to talk about tonight things that are overwhelming and out of control. Things that right now are on your to-do list that just you feel like, okay, I can't take this anymore. This is driving me crazy. I want to share some personal life hacks on how to handle those things that you feel are overwhelming and out of control. I'm not going to get to it tonight. I'm going to do it tonight. I'm not going to do it right now, because this session is probably longer than I intended it to be initially. But I do want to be able to give you guys a couple of recommendations today. So hopefully this accountability check-in call has been helpful to you in some way. Just to quickly recap, as I mentioned before, when it comes to your productivity processes and your holiday sales prep, one of the things that you need to identify is if you feel like you've got a lot on your plate, what's on your plate right now? What's overwhelming you? I need you to be able to take a look at that list. Number one. Number two, I said one thing that you can consider doing is integrating templates more often into different daily activities that you have to make them easier. I mentioned to you that this is actually inspired by the accountability calls, the monthly live sessions that I do from my Firestarter Circle Mastermind. If you're not in the mastermind, you can go to sistasense.com/firesale18 for more details. FIRESALE 18 for more details. sistasense.com/firesale18. And I also told you guys, as a funny anecdote, the fact that the Fire Sale 18 page, that is a template. You know, when you look at a lot of the pages that I create, you'll see I've got like a text paragraph audio so that you can hear my voice and I can tell you things, because sometimes people don't necessarily want to read everything on a page. I'm not really like a long sales copy kind of a girl, so I love to do audio. Sometimes I'll have a little video on the side and easy buttons. So I don't necessarily say, okay, here's the sales page right smack dab in your face. Just a little bit of introductory information, and then based on what you want, you can click a big button and it'll take you where you need to go. That's my template, and I rinse and repeat it, and that helps me to get things done quickly. So figuring out where in your business and the different processes that you have that you can integrate some templates that you can rinse and repeat and get things done quickly, that's something that's going to help with your productivity. Finding your focus so that you're not all up in your feelings and overwhelmed. Certainly something that we talked about today. For those of you who have existing customers, of all the different marketing strategies that you have on your plate right now, all the programs you're trying to learn, all the pages you're trying to create, dig into how you can really focus on your existing customers, getting them to come back and bring their friends. We also talked about holiday sales prep, Black Friday being something that's coming up, so you want to make sure that you're ready for that as well. Now, I haven't talked about it today, but I do have something, and it's called Finish Strong, the 90-day Finish Strong Challenge, where every day for the next 90 days, I am sharing, well, not every day, every other day. So, because I try to give you a day in between to work on the things that I talk about. Every other day for 90 days, I'm sharing with you things that you can do to end this year strong and start the next one even stronger. So when you sign into your Fire Starter Mastermind page, one of the things that you'll be able to do is immediately activate the Finish Strong 90-day challenge, so that for the next 90 days, I can check in and share short 5 and 10 minute audio sessions with recommendations to make sure you are staying on point and ahead of the curve. All right. So hopefully this has been helpful to you, ladies. Make sure that you go to success.com/firesale18 to learn more about how you can get inside of the Firestarter Circle Mastermind for the next year or 2 years if you're not already a member. And of course, if you have any questions for me based on what we talked about today or anything that you're trying to do with your online business, email me, sistasense@gmail.com, sistasense@gmail.com. You can always, when you're on the sistasense.com website, click that gray tab on the right and send me a voice message. Okay? So, whoo! I know that's a mouthful. That's it for me for today. Make sure that if you feel like somebody in your circle needs to hear this, you can tag them. I know that Facebook has, and also on YouTube, there's a little button that you can click to get alerts to see when I do more of these, so you don't miss these sessions, because I don't necessarily have a schedule. I jump on here and share when the spirit takes me. So make sure that you turn those alerts on. And of course, if you're watching the replays, don't forget to drop into the comment box, #replaysrock. So alrighty, my dears, that's it for now. Hopefully I get to see some of you guys live when we do our accountability call tonight, followed by the video marketing and holiday sales prep mastermind sessions in a couple of weeks as part of our focus for this month inside the mastermind. Lots of things to do, and I want to make sure that I'm helping you stay motivated and clear too, because clarity is everything. Alrighty, my dears. Bye.